President Rodrigo Duterte has met with Filipino community in Singapore, where he had a two-day state visit before he flies back to the Philippines. In his speech, the chief executive says he will not give up his war on drugs until the last drug pusher and user are eliminated. He also showed anew the list of those involved in illegal drugs, which includes cops, mayors, judges, and barangay officials. And we will have more of this report later on. Meanwhile, Foreign Affairs Secretary Perfecto Yasay Jr. said United Nations Special Rapporteur on Summary Killings Agnes Callamard must apologize for her arbitrary conclusions on alleged human rights violations in the Duterte administration's campaign against illegal drugs. Callamard is UN official. President Rodrigo Duterte invited to the Philippines to investigate extrajudicial killings, provided she answers his questions about her investigations in public and under oath. But Callamard said she rejects the government's conditions and it would compromise the confidentiality of her investigation and because they go against UN protocol. On the other hand, the Millennium Challenge Corporation deferred the Philippines selection for a second grant worth $400 million. But Yasay reiterates that the U.S. as our friend should help the Philippines without conditions. Rocky Ignacio reports.
Malacanang stood firm that there are no state-sponsored killings in the fight against illegal drugs in the Philippines. Foreign Affairs Secretary Perfecto Yasay said amidst UN Special Rapporteur Agnes Callamard's statement that she may not comply with the alleged conditions set by the government. President Rodrigo Duterte earlier questioned Callamard for submitting a report on the alleged human rights abuses in the country without getting the side of the government.
She must apologize for the arbitrary findings that she has made. She must withdraw the findings immediately and admit in public before the international community.
Yasay added that the invitation for Callamard to visit the Philippines still stands. The palace official believed that the UN report, allegedly based on media reports, has already damaged the image of the Philippines.
I hope Ms. Callamard is not saying this, because if she's really concerned about confidentiality, why did she already immediately announce her findings without even investigating first? So it is so hypocritical for her to say now that she'd like to come to the Philippines and investigate and preserve the confidentiality that she needs in arriving at the conclusions, when she in fact already made the conclusions and was not very confidential in announcing the conclusions based on the fact, based simply on media reports that were unverified. So I think the argument falls. No, the invitation given by the President is not for her to verify her findings or to reevaluate and reassess or review her findings. The invitation was given to the President so that if her coming over will support the conclusion and decision that she already arrived at, the President will be given the opportunity precisely to debate with it and to argue against it. This was the condition.
Following the UN report, the Philippines was delisted from getting anti-poverty assistance under the Millennium Challenge Corporation, or MCC. Although the program is good for the country, Yasay said that economic experts claim that the decision will not affect the Philippine economy.
We would hope that America would try to reconsider this. This has always been our appeal to America. Treat us with mutual respect and treat us as a sovereign equal. You cannot just simply say that, oh, we would like to give this to you, but you have to toe the line insofar as our policies is concerned. We understand America's concern about violation of human rights, as we are very deeply concerned about allegations of violation of human rights, and we are trying to address it in the best way we can. But America must make sure that in our ability to deal with our problems and addressing it as effectively as we could, they must recognize that we have to deal with these problems on the basis of the priorities and urgent needs that are on the ground for us to effectively address them. Now, according to our economic experts, the decision not to give us this assistance under the Millennium Challenge Corporation will not really have a great impact.
For PTV News, Rocky Ignacio, Singapore.
Pinagsusori ni Foreign Affairs Secretary Perfecto Yasay si United Nations Special Rapporteur Agnes Callamard dahil sa kanyang sinabing ang gobyerno umano ang nasa likod ng umano'y extrajudicial killings at paglabag sa karapatang pantao sa bansa. Mula sa Singapore, may ulat on the spot si Jam Sisante. Jam?
Yes, Rafi, sa press conference sa Singapore, sinabi ni Foreign Affairs Secretary Perfecto Yasay na dapat mag-sorry at dapat bawiin ni UN Special Rapporteur Agnes Callamard ang kanyang findings sa harap ng publiko at sa international community dahil hindi naman daw ito nakabase sa masusing investigasyon ng sitwasyon sa Pilipinas. Basta sa ngayon, iniimbitahan pa rin daw siya ni Pangulong Duterte na pumunta dito upang mag-imbestiga pero may kondisyon na ang findings niya ay magiging under oath at magiging subject na isang public debate. Giit ni Yasay, hindi binawi ng Pilipinas ang kanilang imbitasyon. Kung hindi kaya ni Callamard na sumunod sa mga kondisyon, nasa kanya na yon. Sabi ni Yasay, matindi ang damage sa Pilipinas na dinulot ng pahayag ni Callamard. Dahil dito, iniisip na ron ng mga tao na mayroong malawakang state-sponsored na paglabag ng karapatang pantao. Ito pa nga raw ang naging basehan ng desisyon ng United States na huwag magbigay ng ilang assistance sa Pilipinas. Kahapon lang, sinabi ng Estados Unidos na hindi nila i-renew ang Millennium Challenge Corporation grant sa Pilipinas dahil sa concerns nila sa pagsunod sa batas dito. Umaasa daw si Yasay na i-reconsider ng Estados Unidos ang desisyon nito pero nanindigan si Yasay sa independent foreign policy ng Pilipinas. Hindi daw dapat nagpapataw ng kondisyon ng US para sa tulong na binibigay nila sa mga nangangailangan. Hindi raw yuyuko ang Pilipinas sa mga kondisyon ng Estados Unidos at hindi raw nararapat para sa matagal na pagkaibigan na magpataw ng mga kondisyon sa isa't isa. Apela ng Pilipinas sa Estados Unidos, itratos tayo bilang sovereign equal. Malilinawan naman daw ang lahat kung mag-usap ang dalawang bansa. Sana wag daw ibase ng US ang desisyon nito sa hindi raw patas na mga report ukol sa di umano extrajudicial killing sa Pilipinas. Sabi rin ni Yasay na iintindihan naman ng Pilipinas ang concerns ng US at ginagawa naman daw natin ang lahat para ma-address ang di umano extrajudicial killing. Sabi rin ni Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez, hindi naman pinapabayaan ng Pilipinas ang di umano'y nangyayaring human rights violations. Iniimbestigahan naman daw ang mga kasong ito. Rafi?
Maraming salamat, Jam Sisante.
Para naman kay Senadora Laila de Lima, kung talagang sinusunod ng kampanya ng gobyerno kontra droga ang batas, hindi na raw kailangan magtakda ng kondisyon para sa investigasyon ng United Nations. Ayon kay de Lima, dapat payagan ang delegasyon ni UN Special Rapporteur on Extrajudicial Killings, Dr. Agnes Callamard, na gawin ang kanilang trabaho. Ito'y para raw maipakita sa mundo na sumusunod pa rin ang Pilipinas sa batas, nagpapahalaga sa buhay at nirerespeto ang karapatang pantao. Kailangan daw ang investigasyon ng UN, lalo't nakwestiyon ang basihan ng kampanya kontra droga ng bansa. Kung totoo raw na sumusunod sa batas ang kampanya, wala raw dapat ikatakot ang gobyerno.
Samantala, hindi pa rin daw binabawi ni Pangulong Duterte ang imbitasyon kay UN Special Rapporteur Agnes Callamard para imbestigahan ang umano'y extrajudicial killing sa bansa. Pero giit ni Callamard, salungat sa Code of Conduct ng United Nations ang mga kondisyong hinihingi ng Pangulo. Nakatutok si Jam Sisante.
Dapat humingi ng tawad si UN Special Rapporteur Agnes Callamard para sa mga pahayag nito kaugnay sa gyera kontra droga ng gobyerno ng Pilipinas. Dati nang sinabi ni Callamard na ang paglaban sa ilegal na droga ay hindi dahilan para makalusot ang gobyerno sa pananagutan sa mga ilegal na pagpatay.
She must apologize for the arbitrary findings that she has made. She must withdraw that findings immediately and admit in public before the international community the damage that she has wrought on the basis of her responsibility is so great. It demands no less than an apology.
Ayon sa PNP, mula noong Hulyo hanggang kahapon, 2,106 drug suspects na ang napapatay ng pulis sa anti-drug operations sa Administrasyong Duterte. Mahigit 1,000 naman ng pagpatay ang iniimbestigahan kung may kinalaman sa droga. Paglilinaw ni Yasay, hindi binawi ng Pilipinas ang imbitasyon ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte kay Callamard na pumunta sa Pilipinas para mag-imbestiga sa drug killings. Pero nanindigan si Yasay na dapat sumunod si Callamard sa mga kondisyon ng Pangulo. Una, dapat under oath o pinanumpaan ang magiging resulta ng kanyang investigasyon. Ikalawa, dapat silang magsagawa ng pampublikong debate ni Pangulong Duterte ukol sa findings.
If she cannot comply with it, then that's the end of it. But let it not be said that the Philippines has withdrawn the invitation for her. The invitation still stands.
Sa isang pahayag, sinabi ni Callamard na sinulatan na niya ang gobyerno ng Pilipinas para ipaliwanag na salungat sa kanilang Code of Conduct ang mga kondisyon ng Pangulo. Mahalaga raw kasi ang independence at confidentiality sa kanilang misyon. Kaya hindi raw siya maaaring humingi o tumanggap ng anumang kautusan sa anumang gobyerno o tauhan nito. Sana raw ay rekonsidera ng gobyerno ng Pilipinas ang mga inilatag nitong mga kondisyon. Nais pa rin daw niyang matuloy ang pagbisita niya sa Pilipinas para imbestigahan ang umano'y extrajudicial killings sa gitna ng ginagawang gera kontra droga ng gobyerno. Nasa Singapore pa ngayon si Pangulong Duterte para sa kanyang state visit. Kahapon, nakipagpulong ang Pangulo kina Singapore President Tan Keng Yam at Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong at nagdao sila ng state banquet.
We work closely on political issues, pursuing principled positions on the role of law in the peaceful settlement of disputes. We reaffirm respect and independence and the non-interference in the internal affairs of states.
Kilala ang Singapore para sa mahigpit nitong pagpapatupad ng batas. At ayon sa mga miyembro ng gabinete na kasama dito sa state visit, nagkasundo sina Pangulong Duterte at Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong na dapat walang patid ang paglaban sa droga at krimen. Handa raw magtulungan ang dalawang bansa na kapwa miyembro ng ASEAN para lalong mapaganda ang seguridad dito sa rehiyon. Mula dito sa Singapore, Jam Sisante, nakatutok, 24 oras.